And what I really needed was to recreate myself, which means to bring something new into the world that had never existed before.
So we have that framework. We help X do Y so they can Z. Now you got to brand it. Now you got to make it into an image in someone's mind. In the 22 immutable laws of marketing, you want to own a word if you can, or a short phrase in someone's mind. Remember, there are so many different data distractions coming at you every day. If you own something, if you own the word for the solution to a problem in someone's mind, you become top of mind aware to them. You're good, and a lot of people don't do that. So you want to be, when that word pops into their head, like FedEx owns overnight, McDonald's owns fast food. Who else we got? We got Xerox owned copies.
Kleenex.
Kleenex owns tissues.
Computers, Apple, something like that. Who owns computers?
Apple.
IBM used to.
Yeah, Apple owns mainframes. The PC was Microsoft.
Right.
Apple owned creativity, and expression. Like these companies have brands. And these brands have a lot of value. So what's your brand? All right. In a word or a phrase, mine's recreate yourself. If I got it down to two words. And then if the sub tag is brand, or brand is in there as well, but business, body, and brain. So that's my my brand, but it's actually a top level brand. It's not like I don't create a new product every time I do something. I create a brand, a top level brand, which is basically my name. By the way, my top level brand is my name. And then underneath it, we have different products. Like this podcast is a product under my brand. My social networks are all individually products under my brand, even though they're not, a lot of cases are free content. And my consulting with corporations is a product I have. And then I have the Anywhere Advisor system for financial advisors, which is a product under my brand. All right. So you want to create the brand for your ideal client, because products and problems for this ideal audience are going to come and go. Like if you designed a life that you were going to work regularly with people that you like, your ideal clients, and you're not going to work with people that you don't like or don't do well with for whatever reason, you want to brand that relationship. You want to brand your relationship with that ideal client. All right, whether they're affluent, whether they're travelers, whether they're into fitness, whether they're into books, whether they're into business, whatever that is, that's the brand relationship. So your top tier brand, and this is slightly complicated, is the parent brand of all other products. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like Ty Lopez's brand is Ty Lopez. It's
like the umbrella.
Yeah, he's got hundreds of products in that brand. Now he's got an investor club, and that is going to come and go as deals come and go, but the brand stays. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that is the whole basis of choosing your parent brain, or your parent brand. And you got to ultimately exchanging value with these ideal clients. So that's what they're going to give you money, and you're going to give them value, and it's going to be a wonderful relationship. And your value is going to help them survive and solve their problems. And then going into logos and stuff like that, there's a million different ways to kind of figure out how to pick a logo and how to pick a name. But just do it once and test it. You want to get a short, memorable name and an image that you can embed in someone's brain that's synonymous with the problem, that gets their attention, that, in an email or in an ad or in an envelope, it gets their attention, and it gives them, top of mind awareness immediately. That's the whole process of the brand process. You get what I'm saying here, brother?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. What's your brand?
My brand? So that's the one I actually struggled with, because I liked helping people with all the different things of dunking, right. But right now it's kind of Dunk Life. And I'm trying to focus in on just the training aspect right now, like helping people just jump higher. So basically, my brand is Dunk Life, which is the lifestyle of jumping higher. And then later in my life and different things, I'll help people do more of their life. Because I really like when people do everything. Like dunking's just one aspect, just a physical activity. But I want people to kind of master their own life and kind of chase their dreams. So that'll be more of a life thing.
I like your brand. Because I know what you want to do. You actually have an actual process to teach people to dunk.
Yeah.
So it's a literal brand, but you also do coaching and life coaching. Right. So it's encompassing, and your tagline is something I think.
Yeah, dunk and do anything was a big one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like creating the steps to dunk a basketball, which very few people can do, will give you the framework to do anything.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very simple brand. So if you wanted to coach people how to dunk and garden, or how to dunk and play golf, but
it's the mindset.
You can wander away from dunk life and not be hurt.
Yeah.
If you were the Red Wagon company and you wanted to start teaching people how to dunk, that brand wouldn't work. So you can have an image of the brand, and then you have a brand, what the brand stands for. If you look at like Dress Barn, what is Dress Barn's brand? I mean, I don't buy dresses, but I think they were affordable dresses. Ty just bought that company. What's Linens and Things was, it's just home goods, right? Yeah. Basically. And then you have Franklin Mint, which was a mail order collectibles. I think they were like, like coins and stamps and things. That's what Franklin Mint is. So he owns those companies. He'll start to bring those messages into consumers' minds to give them digital opportunities to do more business. And it's novelty to these customers that saw this brand before. So they're taking the brand and they're probably going to create digital products and other experiences for these customers that like that brand. So when you have a brand, you want to build on the momentum. So if Dunk Life is your brand, Steve, you want to build on like dunk and do anything. If you can dunk, you can do anything. And you'll have a very niche, I know your clients, you have a younger group of people that are going to grow with you. You could really do well with that as like a movement. It's a good brand, and I think we worked on that.
Definitely, you helped a lot. That was your catchphrase. That
I don't want to take credit for it,
but you did.
No, I mean it's exactly what this exercise is about. What's your top level brand, and then your products will come and go, and you want to have a relationship with that ideal client, brand to brand, brand to person, and then if you have companies and products underneath it that you want to sell. Let's pretend as you get old and you can't dunk anymore, for example, and you want to sell that to some young dunker, like you can sell your dunk product to them. You can sell that division, but you can keep your life brand. So that's kind of the idea of doing that. And just real quick, because when you get into brand, you get into all of the formalities of business. You got to check with the Secretary of State to make sure that you're not starting a brand. I'll never forget, I used to work for a company called New England Financial, and it was a New England life insurance company, which was the New England. So they went through a few name changes, but I think it was around 1997 or 8, maybe 9. And they changed their name to New England Financial because their brand was changing. They weren't just life insurance anymore. They were selling other products. And that company doesn't exist any longer, but I'll never forget the day they took out full-page ads in the Wall Street Journal, New England Financial. It was really exciting. It was a red, white, and blue brand. It was really cool because they used to have an old, like a capital ship brand, and they changed it to finance. They wanted to appeal to the overall financial relationship, like a lot of companies do. And I have Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont for this company. And we have a big rollout. We get a cake, and it's all over the news. I'm in the Wall Street Journal. And then we get a phone call in the office the next day, and it's a guy that owns a company up in, I think it was Bangor, Maine. And he said, I saw your ad in the Wall Street Journal. And he said, thank you for advertising my company.
Oh, boy.
His company was New England Financial. And they didn't have, they didn't do the search. So they had to buy this guy out or change the name. And this is it was a pretty good sized company. MetLife ended up buying them. So make sure you talk to the Secretary of State in the state you're doing business, in all states, to make sure you're not stepping on anybody's toes. And while we're on the subject, obviously, make the one-time investment into talking to a lawyer and setting up your corporation for asset protection purposes and for tax advantages and for ease of doing business. I'm structured as an LLC. And then, which is a silent, my LLC is a silent brand. You don't see it. I do business as Terrance McMahon. But all of that is super important. And then getting accounts with those tax ID numbers, filing for a tax ID with the government. It'll take you a morning to do this. You can actually go do it on LegalZoom. I would recommend getting a lawyer. There's enough lawyers around right now looking for work. You probably do it for under $1,000. That's my coaching. Is your exercise is, what is your top level organizational brand? And when you look at that, if you haven't done it yet, or you want to create that or recreate that, how does that brand navigate through the world as it changes with your ideal client? All right, that's a good one. Take care.